Even if you don't recognize them by their name, chances are you're already somewhat familiar with them, even if indirectly so. Cognates are, by definition, terms in two or more languages that have similar forms, sound, and significance. This happens because a word derived from a specific root changes and is integrated in different languages. For example, the word heart, in Italian cuore, Spanish corazón, Portuguese curaçao, and French que, all derive from that Latin good. So, how many of these words are English and Spanish cognates? It's several, right? You could almost translate the whole sentence with your knowledge of Spanish alone. This happens a lot with English, and especially academic English. But how do you know when something is or isn't a cognate? Taking a regular academic text, usually about 85% of the words you think may be cognates are in fact either true or partial cognates, while the rest are either false or non-cognates. So while you might have not learned these words formally in a classroom, you can still infer their meaning because of what you already know of Spanish. But how do you know when something is a false cognate? Well, there's no sure way to figure this out, except through contextual analysis. If something appears to be similar to a word you know in Spanish, but given the overall meaning of the sentence it wouldn't make sense, then it's best to check the dictionary to make sure what the definition of the word is. As a whole, English has had a menagerie of influences from various languages across the centuries. But overall, words which originate from a Latin-based root tend to be far more specific to certain disciplines and are thus considered more academic. Therefore, when you're writing a paper or carrying out a presentation in class, don't be afraid to use cognates. Even if they seem obvious to you because they're similar to a word in Spanish, they're usually far more well received in an academic environment. So learn to trust cognates and learn to trust yourself.